For those, all right. So for those of you at home, I'll sweep you a little bit with my white pine. For those of you here, you can sweep it around your auric field. You can leave it at your heart for a moment. For you at home, I'll sweep. I'll give you a little idea of why I'm doing this today. So those of you at home can just close your eyes and let me sweep it for you. You know, as much as people have said to me that it's not the same experience when you're not in person, I must say that after all these years of being on Zoom, that there is definitely an energy that comes through. And I think one of the things that I want to just talk about today is to live in the magic and to live in that place of the sublime and to allow yourself to connect with what it is that is medicine that's all around you. And so to tell you today what white pine, this is from my teacher's book, Robin Rose Bennett, The Gift of Healing Herbs. For your body, white pine soothes and strengthens and heals our lungs. It helps our kidneys and our skin and eases joint pain. It's rich in vitamin C and tannins, and the resin is antiseptic for any wounds. For our mind, it generates peace of mind, helps release perfectionism tendencies, builds inner confidence and self-esteem. And for our heart, it strengthens a sense of unity within oneself and community. It eases loneliness and the sense of isolation or alienation. And for our soul, it's about deep peace. And this is a time that we connect with what it is that we wish to, in ceremony, bring forward into this new year. And I know that one of the things that everybody would say is we just want peace in our hearts and peace in our minds and peace in our communities, right? And here we have the opportunity to ally with the peacemaker, the pine. We have the opportunity to drink from the pine water, or for, again, just the bathing of pine through our hearts and minds. And so I've been reading to us through, it's called the 13 Original Clan Mothers, Your Sacred Path to Discovering the Gifts, Talents, and Abilities of the Feminine Through the Ancient Teachings of Sisterhood. This one is, I woke up this morning saying my theme for tonight, the cacao ceremony, if anybody wants to come back at 6, is to walk softly into the new year with great wisdom. And this, if you don't know what this book is, it's the different energies that we learn from, the different ancient women, the ancient ones that we learn from. And they're learning from Mother Nature, from Mother Gaia. And so they all have these different attributes. And this one, it's called Walks Tall Woman. You walk in beauty, Mother, allowing all to see the glory of the great mystery that sets your spirit free. Guided by the bliss inside you, walking in through your deeds, never needing anyone's approval, for your heart's truth takes the lead. With focus and directness, you teach me how to walk, balancing thought and action instead of misusing talk. I stand straight in your presence. I hold my head up high, with my feet rooted in the earth. My arms embrace Father's sky. So if you haven't yet, close your eyes. And I want to encourage the magic of living in this moment, this human physical experience, and then the sublime, the places that we cannot see, the wisdom that lurks in every corner of darkness and of light. And I welcome our darkness that we've moved through in this past year that has helped us to grow. As we move into the new year, we're not going to run. We're going to softly walk with wisdom from what we have created in the years past and what these ancient ones are here to teach us moving forward. The ancient ones as the white pine, as the rock people, as the trees, the sky, sun, stars. As we let ourselves become lighter and walk lighter, We take in all the wisdom that's around us. We don't need to fight as hard because the energy around us is circling us, supporting us, guiding us, is the warrior energy for us. Bring your hands together at your heart center. This morning, the idea of pine and peace and walking softly encourage us to open our ears and eyes just a little bit more to see what lays within the darkness, the corners, under the ground, under our feet, above, and earth, water, fire, air. Deep breath in. Taking that deeper breath so the bottom of the lungs get the benefit of cleaning out. And as you exhale, releasing your hands and opening your eyes. And come onto your hands and knees when you're ready. You can put your pine that's in class in front of you or to the side of you as an ally, as a friend. For those of you at home, I have yours sitting right on the computer. Press back into child's pose when you're ready. Let your breath become deep here. Connecting with the breath. The east is known as sunrise, new beginnings, breath. So each breath that comes in is a welcoming to wisdom, to walking softly. Coming up to your hands and knees. Try a little cat-cow here. Maybe eyes are open, maybe eyes are closed. But move slowly, mindfully, so your attention can drop on each vertebra. You have a couple of spaces still open this evening if you do want to come back for the cacao and chanting tonight. We're going to wrap a very special log or logs tonight to represent both dark and light. We've been talking a lot this week about how darkness is our ally as well as our light. Go ahead and lift your hips. Come into downward facing dog. Then become softer. Find your strength in that softness. Lifting up through your wrists. Letting that upward feeling go right into the armpits. And then soften down through the heart. Your eyes open and close, so there's a softness there. Let your jaw release. And then very slowly, slowly bring your knees back down toward the floor, but hover for a moment. And then send your hips back towards your heels and come back into child's pose. But slowly, like you're imprinting your mat. printing your hands on your mat. You're leaving a print behind. Walk your upper body to the right side of the mat. Stretching the left side body a lot. Taking it to the left side and stretching the right side body. Back to center, downward facing dog. One of the things that I've learned in my years of green medicine has been not only are we receiving medicine from these incredible plants and wild ones, we in return can speak with them. This is the sublime part. This is the part that I want to live in this week. One part human, one part etheric, or maybe half human, 1.5 etheric. Walk your feet to your hands. Because at any moment you can drop back into the human and just be there, right? You don't have to do any kind of ceremony around that. Just stand on your 2 feet, here I am. Get in a conversation with somebody, here I am. Drive your car, here I am. Beautiful woman, we talked about, her name's Lynn, who's working through stage 4 lung cancer. The very first thing I said to her is, don't just live in this body. The etheric, the cosmic. It is so much wisdom, strength, power. Hands on your hips, push down through your legs, try that. Reach your arms up to the sky. Hold on to your left wrist and pull to the right. Push down through those legs, pull that navel in. Feel your feet, feel the earth beneath you. Back up. I want you to take your right ear down to your right shoulder. Let your right hand help you do that. And I want you to reach your left arm out to the side. I want you to push your head up into your hand. The ribs in. And then I want you to try the other side. Good, and then come back up. And though I don't usually do this, because I don't usually like to do this, we did it in Kundalini. I love it so much. Bring your arms up and just shake like crazy. Shake like crazy. Cells in your body to go, yep. Yep. I am. I'm the right people here this morning to do this with me. So I know, Weber, that you will take this morning. Shake, 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 don't stop. Don't turn off your camera. And release, and just feel. Just stay in the human realm, which we can. We'll survive. Don't need to go anywhere else. But if we keep going with that flame up, 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 we will be collected. Inhale the arms up to the sky. Exhale, bow forward. Inhale, look forward. Step back, plank pose. Lower all the way down to your belly. Rise up into cobra. Shoot those legs back, push those toes down. Pull that navel in. Glide all the way back, downward facing dog. Every opportunity of every day. Right foot steps forward. Inhale the arms to the sky. Clasp your hands behind your back. Spread your shoulders toward each other, even getting to the lowest part, tip of the shoulder. Breath in, bow forward. Facing up. Forward to plank. Remember, you are resisting the floor by lifting everything up, thighs up, belly up, throat up. And then bend your elbows as you're lowering down. Resist the floor the whole way down. Let the pelvis touch the floor. Root your heart forward, coming up into cobra. Bhujangasana. Press back, downward facing dog. Gorgeous. Breathing. The left foot forward. Arms up. High lunge. Clasp your hands. Bow forward. Look behind. Hands to the floor. Downward facing dog. And even as we move through the asana, can you step your foot forward softly and feel how it lands? Right foot forward. Open up to Virabhadrasana 2, second warrior. Sending your left arm down, your left leg, take your right arm up and back. Straightening that front leg, come into triangle pose. To create peace no matter what in my mind. I have to be right. Touch down, downward facing dog. Because what the heck is right or wrong anyway? The perception. Plank pose. Lower all the way down. Rise up into cobra. Open your mouth, stick out your tongue. Press back, downward facing dog. Soft landing, left foot forward, Virabhadrasana 2. Warrior. Yeah, fighting, right? against that darkness. Down your right leg, up your back. What if the warrior sees both sides dark and light? Possibilities, growth, elevation, triangle pose. Hey, I'm walking with my light today, or you could just say, hey, I'm walking in my darkness today. Just FYI. A little conversation to have. A little cup of tea, downward facing dog. Because I promise you, jump to squat. I promise you, you didn't come into this human experience just as light. You would have exploded. Maybe a blanket underneath your heels if your heels need some anchoring. Find that sense of becoming earthy and grounded and supported and held. Breath. And let your hands land on the floor and come into standing forward bend for your feet to be parallel to each other. Looking forward, send your left leg back behind you, not too far, so both legs can be straight. Maybe blocks underneath your hands would work well. And even bend your front knee for a second to send your spine a little bit longer. And then when your spine gets a little longer, maybe your hands come a little further forward, and then you push your legs to straight by pressing your thighs to straight. And then you feel that sense of gratitude as it pours through this body and mind. Walking Tall women teaches us how to be proud of our accomplishments through self-esteem, not self-importance. How we refine our skills. We walk with our actions. Walk together in community and alone. Go ahead and change legs, other leg forward, other leg back. Remember in Robin's book, her telling one of her apprentices to go and speak with the tree, and she said, don't just go and ask the tree, its wisdom, listen to what the tree has to say. And the apprentice heard the tree say, since I don't know what I look like, could you explain to me what I look like? Sweet. Of course, the apprentice is like, well, yes, you're tall and you're beautiful and it's not just a relationship of looking at the medicine that's in nature and taking it to being there in conversation, walking lightly, creating a relationship with that unseen, unknown, maybe never tapped into before. Precious place to go into the new year, knowing that the wisdom is waiting and you are there to share it as well. Step to the front of your mat, hands on your hips, push down through your legs, rise up to stand. Close your eyes for a moment to just receive vibration, cellular vibration. Feel yourself. Saying the other day, if you never ever connect to this etheric cosmic consciousness, you will be just fine. But if you do, magic lies there. Everyday magic. Walked a little softer. We don't have to feel so much a push. Open your eyes, hug your left knee into your chest. So the white pine is known for that energy of peace, but you never see a white pine fighting another white pine in the name of peace. Strong. You can sit with it and that energy will flow through you. Here, favorite arm position. Now from here, start to lean back so the heart just wildly open. Rib cage in, chest lifts. And then come back. Same sides. Throat open, wide open space. Okay, now put that foot down. Let's do a 2 feet just so that we can feel a little more. Come into cactus arms. Connect with your feet to the floor so you can see they're paralleling each other. One is not turned wider. Lift through the chest as if I have my hand on your chest, lift up. And soften the ribs back. Widen the butt cheeks, the inner groins wide. And lean your heart toward the ceiling. Lean up. Pull your elbows down just a little bit more. Lean the heart higher. The cage back. Deep breath in. And then bow forward, exhale. Good, inhale, look forward. Step back to plank. Let your right hand hold you as you stack your left leg on top of your right Vashisthasana, left arm to the sky. Now take your top leg up and step it behind you onto your toes. Bend your left elbow and lift your chest to the ceiling. Lift it up. Yes. Lower your left hand down to the floor, plank pose. Switch side. Stacking your right leg on top of your left. You need that extra balance right now. And step up behind you. Yep. Then pull that right elbow down, lift your chest so high. Come on back. Lower all the way down to your belly. Turn your cheek to the side. Ugh. If dandelion shows up in your yard to help soothe your liver, the violet that appears, let's return to joy. Great time, peaceful existence, walking softly. And in some sense, we need our community of our friends, right? That we collect on the path, those that we hold dear to us, that understand us. In some sense, the animal kingdom and plant kingdom are a little easier to deal with. But again, remember, they're not just giving, you also share your wisdom because you are a shaman. You came here with that as well. Turn your cheek to the other side if you haven't yet. But feel that your legs are anchored to the floor, meaning that they're squeezing toward each other, but not touching. Every little toe is connected to the floor. And then slide your hands back for cobra. Lift your shoulders a little closer to the ears. Draw your navel in. And then come up to a very, very low cobra. Just lift up your head, neck, and chest a little bit and breathe there. Wander into a very small part of your body. Attentive. Lower the forehead down. Remember, those hands press down and pull back as you come up to maybe another level, maybe a little higher. It's not about how high you can go. It's about how more you can listen. Be present. Come on down. Do that 3 more times. Maybe there's a part of your spine that wants you to stay a little longer and listen. After the end of that 3rd time, press back into child's pose. Walk tall, walk softly, walk with compassion. Slow down for others. Your heart open. See what you desire. And notice what surrounds you with those things that you wish for. They're there. They're wishing it for you too. Downward facing dog. It's a soft landing. Step your right foot forward. Open up to Virabhadrasana 2. Connect with that baby toe of your back foot so you're anchored. Get a little taller in that side body. Sides of your throat. Then come right into Ardha Chandrasana, half moon. So bending deeply into that right knee, right foot, lift your left leg off the floor. Hand on block is nice here. Would like to reach for your ankle, thigh stretch, or stay right where you are. But gently release that left hand down to the floor, send the left leg back behind you into a split. Take your right arm up to the sky, twisting Ardha Chandrasana, back leg is still lifted. Maybe reach back for that ankle if you'd like, or stay right where you are. Take it back, downward facing dog. Take it through vinyasa of choice or none at all. You can always rest in a dog or in a child's pose. Breathe. Step softly, left foot forward. Yeah. Sometimes we just don't even realize how fast we're moving. Second warrior. But sometimes I think it's funny when I'm teaching asana classes, somebody's in a totally different pose because they think that's where I'm going because they're on that kind of, oh, this is next. Nothing wrong with that, but this is the beauty of being present, feeling exactly where you are now, not in the past, here right now. Float it forward to half moon. Don't forget that back leg is strong. The standing leg is strong. You're squeezing the legs toward each other. Your feet are flexed. You're maybe reaching back for that ankle. Breathing, and your mind is keeping the teaching of the pond. Your right hand comes down, you turn your right toes to face the floor, your left arm comes up to the sky, and now you're in revolved Ardha Chandrasana. Power of your fire, your navel, your rib cage here. Maybe reach back to that ankle. Or just bring both feet down to the front of the mat, standing forward bend, opening, close your mouth. Elevate. Bend your knees deeply, reach your arms forward in that chair. Rise all the way up to stand, interlace your palms, press your palms straight up. And reach to the right, reach to the right. And then reach to the left. Back to center, cactus arms. Hands into like you're holding some kind of a barbell or something. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, squeeze down. Don't let your ribs pop forward. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, squeeze. See the tips of those shoulder blades come together. Inhale, reach. You stay right here, open your palms, lean your heart up to the ceiling, navel and throat back, groins back. Wide open space. Welcoming. Release the arms down, close your eyes. Put your left knee into your chest. Your left knee on top of your right elbow on top of your left, Garudasana. The one who walks with the greater vision doesn't just walk in the human realm, the drama realm, the realm of great teachings, but walks in the realm of the auspicious, Good. Release and change sides. Beautiful, everybody. Those of you who have the white pine can take it home and boil it, add a little honey and drink it. Or placed on your altar, welcoming the new year. Fly away. Take your feet wide, come back into that squat, please. Lower down onto your seat. Keep your knees bent. Lean back enough to have your feet come off the floor for boat pose. Lift your chest, press your chest forward. Relax your jaw. And then slowly start, be careful, some of you in class have a wall directly behind you. So make sure you move slightly forward. As you come down, I want you to come all the way down to just hover. I want you to have your legs hover and your torso hover. And then pull yourself all the way back up. Because there's nothing more fun than this. And lower all the way back down. Hug your knees into your chest. You can press your knees into your hands and your hands into your knees. Mother, teach us how to see the shining lights of stars, the faces of our ancestors, and the worlds both near and far. Show me how to welcome the visions appearing to me and seeing the truth in detail, unraveling each mystery. Walk me through the dream time of altered time and space, that I may share those visions with every creed and grace. Doorkeepers of all dimensions, I seek your medicine ways of how to earth my visions, seeing truth inside me today. Plant your feet. Come into robot arms, bend your elbows, palms face each other. Now to bring your forearms, there you go. And then root your shoulders to the earth, but lift your heart. Bend your elbows, Jamie, and place them alongside your rib cage. Yes. Now root those shoulders, lift that chest, soften those ribs. And then lift those hips high to the sky, bridge pose. Maybe clasp your hands underneath you, maybe stay right where you are. You feel ready, you can release. Once you release, just go back into that, excuse me, long, deep breathing. Call it constructive rest pose. Wow, that sense of unraveling for you. But take both legs straight up to the sky. Take your arms alongside your body. Push your heels to the sky, navel to the floor. Bring your right leg to the floor and just let it hover. Keep lifting your chest. and then change legs. Feel as if you have a giant block between your thighs and you're squeezing it, which really gets the inner part of those legs to wake up. Take both legs up to the sky. Very slowly. Take your legs out to the letter V. Very slowly. Push out through your heels. And then as you wind the legs back in, bring your right knee on top of your left knee. Squeeze your shins toward each other and pull your knees towards your belly and then toward the front of your mat or whichever way you're facing. Slowly. Pull your knees towards your belly button and then push your knees toward me, Jamie, as if that I was on the other side. Yep. Keep squeezing those shins and then switch other knee on top. Squeeze the shins, navel in. Like, try not to use your neck here. It's not needed in this position. Or your shoulders or wherever you go. Very nice. And then plant your feet. Let the soles of your feet come together. Let your knees drop wide. The other herb that I suggest is rosemary. Rosemary is an herb of remembrance. It's a wild weed of remembrance. Because I don't know that we move through what we move through just to forget it, but to acknowledge, honor, remember, and let go. I also have rosemary here today with me. It was the first one I wanted to bring for everybody, and then white pine just like tripped me. So no, take me. Keep breathing deeply here. More deep breaths here, really filling your belly, your pelvis with breath. Now, for those of you that do pigeon on your back, you can stay right here. For those of you who do pigeon with your belly facing the floor, roll up, come onto your hands and knees, slide your right knee forward for pigeon. If you're on your back, place your right ankle on top of your left knee for pigeon. Even here, squeeze the knees toward each other. There's the feeling of drawing into yourself. And then walking forward onto your forehead, connecting your forehead to the earth. Or stay with your long, deep breath. And switch sides. If you're on your back, ankle to knee, second side. Even though this seems a very easy place to let the rib cage go, the navel go, don't do it. Perfect. Think back at some of the brilliant stories of Durga, Kali, even Ram and the Ramayana. Whenever they went out to do battle with the demon with the dark side, because they did it with such love and devotion for each being, each energy to be free. That when that demon was on its last breath and had been destroyed, had a smile of gratitude on its face. Thank you for taking me out of this darkness. Thank you for releasing me from this pain and suffering. There's always this like amazing honoring of that which helped to free them. Darkness, part of the experience. Give us great insight, elevation, promise. As you come on up, bring your legs out in front of you. And then make a decision about the inversion that you would like to do today. Maybe handstand, maybe headstand, maybe legs up the wall. Scoot over, put your hips on the wall, legs up the wall. Maybe shoulder stand. Trans woman looks far. Woman will always stand at the crack in the universe, holding the golden door of illumination open for those who have the ears to hear and the eyes to see and the heart to understand that this is not the only realm of existence. Stay in this realm till the day you shed your skin, you'll be just fine. You want to peek in and that illusion. You're welcome to do that as well. Walk softly with wisdom. Take 1 more minute here. Begin to bring yourself back up to a seated position. Into a couple of moments of meditation. Maybe a blanket underneath your seat. And those of you who have the pine, you might hold it. You might place it at your heart. For those of you who are at home, again, it's placed right in front of you. Take a couple of moments just to receive the peace that you are, prosperity that you are. Place that lives between the lokas, cosmic energy, human energy, the medicine that lies in the little corners. Stay here as long as you'd like. Down to rest in Shavasana. Gently begin to deepen your breath. for just a moment. And again, if you're newer to listening to the energies of the trees, see if there's any last message that white pine has for you. Any last message you have for white pine? And a breath deep in as a moment of having a relationship with white pine. Ones, they are our allies, and we are theirs. Lying down, hug your knees into your chest, roll to your right side, come on up to sit. And your hands together at your heart center. Inhale for the sound of Om, deep breath in. Om. Talk softly with great wisdom. Letting your hands to the space between your eyebrows. Namaste, everybody. Namaste. Thank you so much, everybody. Love, love, love. Have a beautiful day. Thanks for clapping, Allison. Love you guys.